Greetings all!
Hello!
And so this is the 20th anniversary of the Brobdingnagian Bards.
Happy anniversary, man.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So, man, let's
Yeah! We did it!
We did it. It's hard to believe that 20 years ago. So I think it all started off, and I was out in the South Mall of the University of Texas at Austin, and playing out there, and someone said, hey, you want to play at a Renaissance festival? And I was like, yes! One of those dream things. I think I'd even been thinking about it a few years before. I remember when, the year before that, I asked you to record on my CD,
yes.
Ichabod's Geography, and I was thinking, I was like, I'm gonna start a Renaissance rock band, and I didn't even know anything about the Renaissance. I'll be honest. And so even when they asked me, I was like, a Renaissance festival? Heck yeah, but
let's do it.
What I'm gonna do. Of course, at the time I was pretty terrified. I know. I was so I needed a crutch. You were a crutch.
Aww.
Yeah.
Lean on me.
Oh my God.
When you're
What was I thinking?
When you have no courage, I'll help you out this time, but next you're on your own. No, but anyway.
And so I went over to Andrews and said, "Hey man, you wanna perform at a Renaissance festival?"
And I said, it's not really my jam, but I'll help you out since you need me, just because I'm there for you, because I'll be there for you.
He's always been like that too. That's for sure.
No, truth is, he said that, and I was like, oh my God, really?
He peed his pants a little bit too.
I'd gone to Ren Fairs for a while. Oh, at the Texas Renaissance Festival, I don't even want to think about how many bamboo flutes I bought from Eric the flute maker there over the years. It was a little wrong.
He's got a
little obsession.
Issue.
Yeah. So I'd always thought, boy, it'd be great to just play there sometime. And when you said that, at the time, you remember, we thought, wow, we could do this. Maybe someday we'd even get to play at TRF.
Yeah.
Doesn't get better than that.
And that was the Excalibur Fantasy Fair in Smithville, Texas, which is no longer around,
unfortunately.
But we had a great time performing at that.
Oh yeah.
At that festival, we
were so scared at first too.
We were practicing songs. I think we pulled out 5 songs initially that we were going to play.
And a couple of them, I think 2 of them were from that CD that we recorded together the year before, right? Or at least one of them was.
At least a couple. Yeah, there was a couple.
So that we had a few.
Irish Ballad, I think Baya's Highland Jig.
Yeah, that was on there.
I think there was...
and we did the Paco Bell variations.
Did we do that?
We did that. That was on the short list.
Do you remember the songs we played for the rehearsal? The tryouts?
We
went in there, it was Glenn and Marty. Of the fair were there, and they were listening to us.
I think we only ended up playing a couple of songs, too.
I don't know what they were thinking.
We didn't do the whole set, I don't think. I don't think
so.
I think we just played 2 songs, and I couldn't believe it. It was just they were all, oh yeah, you guys, you're great, come on. Yeah, we got you. And I was just kind of like, really? Okay. But at the time, you just don't know. I had no clue. I didn't know that we'd have that on-stage chemistry together, and we'd... and I think really they could tell what all of you watching could tell later, that we really just loved playing music and we loved doing it. Oh, and the fact that, we're kick-ass musicians, that helped too. Sorry, I was just checking to see if the lightning struck, but that's why we're inside. Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Shut up. Nothing.
So in any case, we
got away with it.
It was awesome. We went to the Renaissance Festival. We started playing, and we quickly started revising sets because we had no clue what we were doing. And some songs just didn't connect at all.
Yeah.
And other songs we started adding into the repertoire. I think pretty quick. Do Virgins Taste Better became one of our big
That was
hits.
one of the first ones,
and then If I Had a Million Ducats,
Ducats,
I think it was in
Ducats
March.
came about in that first year at the fair.
I think it was the first couple of weeks. Bare Naked Ladies were playing If I Had a Million Dollars. It was all over Austin radio. And so we're like, hey, what if we do this? And we sat down and wrote a song.
That's where I learned my first valuable lesson about our band, where don't make a joke like, hey, we should do If I Had a Million Ducats as opposed to If I Had $1 Million. That would be hilarious. And Marc, of course, does what he always does when I make a joke. He takes me seriously. The next thing you know, we're playing that song for decades. Yeah.
2 decades later.
I know.
Yeah, there's a lot of those moments.
Yeah.
But yes, and so
wow.
it quickly kicked. it started growing from there. From there, we went to one festival to the next.
It was astonishing to me how we played a festival and then somebody would see us and go, "You should play at our festival."
Yeah.
And at the beginning, we didn't do for festivals. We didn't do a ton of booking. A lot just led to another one.
Pretty much entirely, that was the case.
Yeah, God, if we'd been on our own trying to book all of that, we wouldn't have made it. Honestly, it for some reason we struck the right chord.
And of course,
yeah, I know.
And then of course, we spent the entire time practicing on the South Mall. We were playing every day.
And that was Marc's idea, and I will give him a ton of credit for that because the first year, I know, mark the calendar. The first year, every work day, because Marc worked at the University of Texas, so I just meet him for lunch, and at the South Mall there, we'd play for an hour. And okay, at the beginning, when you're first starting out as a musician, the worst thing is just getting comfortable on stage.
Yeah.
And for a whole year, every Monday through Friday, we played
for 2 years. Almost.
For the first year, definitely. After that, it was a little more sporadic.
Yeah.
But for the first year, it was solid. We were pretty committed to it, where Monday through Friday, we played for an hour in front of an audience. People would come up, and we had regular fans that would come up and watch us. And so we kind of had a few hundred shows that first year, and in order to get comfortable with it and do that, to get comfortable with the music, to get comfortable with the instruments, with stage performance, that was invaluable. And
I think about
really a great idea. I recommend it to anyone trying to do that.
I keep thinking about all these people that I've seen, since then. I see these press releases of bands are 200 shows a year, and I'm like, yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
To take out the weekends, pretty much.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Oh, we did more than that. If you count, because we did summer too that first year. I think the second year we didn't do the summer.
Yeah.
It was something like that.
I think we cut back a lot. So.
Yeah, but it
was hot.
It was pretty hot. Yeah. But that first year, it was, when you count the gigs on the weekends too, and the week, they added up. So.
And of course, it all culminated with, like Andrew said, we dreamed of being at the Texas Renaissance Festival, and lo and behold, we were.
That year, we were at it. I mean, it was crazy how all of that just.
And we released our first album, Marked by Great Size. So
technically, our kind of maybe sort of our first album.
It's our first album. So in any case, we want to thank you so much for being a part of this continued journey. If you want to actually find tracks from our first album, you can become a patron.
Yes.
If you're not already a patron.
Yes.
And you can also find a whole bunch else in the Nagian's Only Club over on Patreon,
including our podcast this month that will coming up pretty soon. That will have a lot more detailed background about the founding of the Brobdingnagian Bards,
which might be different from the we have a public podcast that has the origin story too. So there'll be so much.
I'm thinking we're going to bring in scholars.
Yeah, scholars.
Have some in-depth discussions on it.
You need to talk to Ree, Sharon, and Rose then.
Yeah. Some scholars.
She's our official
musicologists.
Yeah. She's our official, the Bards archivist. So
I think so.
She's got it all.
We're gonna
bring the camera to say, "Hey, Ree."
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna get it all.
We're gonna have some fun. Talk to you later. Slide